Hi everyone, welcome back to the cocktail vlog. I'm Steve the bartender and today I'm making a spring in your pants gin slushy. This one's by TJ Lynch from Mother's Ruin in New York City. I picked this one because A, it's the first day of spring here in Australia, and secondly, it's a gin cocktail and our gin, Threefold Aromatic Gin, just won another silver. That's our third silver this year so far, so we're pretty pumped. So I really wanted to do a gin cocktail, and this particular recipe calls for Aperol and gin. Our gin has grapefruit notes, so it goes hand in hand with the Aperol. So it's a blended cocktail. I know I only recently said that I don't really like blended cocktails, but the sun started coming out here and, well, this is a summery spring drink, so it's perfect. So 45 ml, you can get straight into the drink, of your preferred gin, 1.5 ounces, and then 15 ml, half an ounce of Aperol, straight into your blender jug. If you wanted to, you could shake this with crushed ice and then just dump it into your glass, if you don't have a blender, that is. 22.5 ml, 3/4 ounce of honey syrup, spot on. That's a 1-to-1 honey syrup. And then fresh lemon juice, 22.5 ml, 3/4 ounce. I'm gonna have to shave these lemons because they're massive. Still not gonna fit. Maybe I should have pre-juiced these ones. There you go. I only need half a lemon juice. To recap, 22.5 ml, 3/4 ounce. And then it calls for 10 to 12 mint leaves. So pick up fresh mint. Make sure you don't get in the stem there. And throw it all in. And if you've got a blender that can't actually crush your ice that well, then you can pre-crush your ice, make it a little bit easier on the blender. And then give it a blitz. Now this does look completely different to the picture that I came across, and I had my doubts whether the mint was actually meant to go into the blender, but all the recipes I came across said that it was, despite the drink was bright pink. Yeah, it looks like a health drink. So if you omitted the mint, then it would actually look quite nice. It would be like this real vibrant pink, just like the photo on Imbibe. And then it says to finish with Peychaud's bitters. Put a few drops on top. Quite a few drops actually. There you have it. A spring in your pants gin slushy, right in time for spring. For you guys over in the US, it's probably starting to cool down now, I'm sorry. But, and then throw a straw into your glass, throw it a Surfside Sip, surfsidesips.com with STB20 to get 20% off your Surfside Sips. Cheers. This is the reason why I don't particularly like blended cocktails, is because it does taste very diluted. I could easily double the gin, double the Aperol, and that would be more pleasing to my palate. It is quite herbaceous. There is a lot of mint in there, so I would I'm definitely going to try doing this again, but shaking the cocktail with crushed ice, so there's less dilution. Okay guys, I'm going to go back to the drawing board with this one because I wasn't 100% happy, and especially considering I'm using my own gin, so I want this to be tasty. I'm going to remake this, and I'm not going to add the mint into the cocktail because I think it overtakes the drink. It turns it a little bit too herbaceous, and I'm going to measure out 45 ml, 1.5 ounce. So the same amount of gin. I might change that to 30 ml, a full ounce. Aperol. 22.5 ml. 3/4 ounce. Likewise for the fresh lemon juice. If I can learn how to use the press. Straight into there, to the blender. And I'll add a little bit less ice this time. I still want it to be slushy, but a little bit less dilution. Okay, that's a little bit closer to the photo on imbibe.com, despite the recipe saying that it contains mint. Garnish with a sprig of mint. A few dashes of not Angostura, Peychaud's bitters on top. Garnish with a Surfside sip. And there you have a different spring in your pants gin slushy. Cheers. That's definitely way better than the original one. It's still got a lot of dilution because of all that ice in there, even though I cut back on the ice. But I much prefer this one. You can still get the aromatics and those refreshing minty notes just from the aromas, just from the bouquet, the sprig on top.